You might have the craziest flow in the game or be a super producer with the hardest beats, but none of that matters if you walk into a studio session and you just kill the vibe. Once you finish watching this video, you'll be able to move like a pro, and this might just save your next session. All right, these are some of the biggest red flags, obviously, in a studio session, whether you're an artist or an engineer. This is stuff that you definitely don't want to be doing. All right, first red flag that I personally fucking hate, and I know that there's a lot of other people that hate this shit. Don't be on your phone on TikTok or Instagram Reels or fucking listening to voicemails with your volume turned up fucking max. That shit's super annoying. People are trying to work and it can be super distracting and a huge vibe killer. It doesn't matter if there's nothing going on in the studio at that time, whether someone's recording or there's beats being played. It's just fucking annoying. So no one wants to hear your TikTok or your Instagram. And honestly, you shouldn't really even be on your phone in the first place. People are there to work and you need to respect that. All right, second thing, don't be a weird cunt. Don't be talking about weird shit or saying weird shit or just being a dumbass. Obviously, if you're with your homies, you can be a little bit more loose and more chill and say silly shit and whatever. But if you're in the studio with people that you don't know, or most of the people there you don't know, don't be weird. Just be normal, fucking use your brain. Just be a normal person. You just want to be polite, respect what's going on in the room. And if you do weird shit or say weird shit, it's going to spread like wildfire. People have mutual friends. They'll tell their friends. Some people are even like in group chats and shit, and they'll be like, yo, such and such was so weird tonight. He said this, like, how fucking weird is that? And next thing you know, there's going to be hundreds of people that won't want you in their studio session because there's, one little thing that you've done. Maybe you've said something weird or done some dumb shit, whatever. Don't be weird, be chill, be polite. And again, if you're with your friends or something, it's fine. You can be a bit more silly and all that sort of stuff because they know you. But if you don't know who's in the studio or you're trying to break the ice or something, don't just do weird shit, all right? Just be normal. On top of that, you don't want to be speaking over people. So if people are conversating about the work they're doing, about recordings or anything like that, don't overtalk on people and shit like that because you just come across annoying and people are going to fucking hate that shit. Obviously, if you have your 2 cents to put in, do it when the time is right. You know what I mean? When the artist has taken a break recording or whatever, don't butt in, fucking backseat rap or backseat engineer. Just keep your thoughts to yourself. If you have something useful to input, wait till the time is right to say something. Also, if people are playing beats for an artist or playing their music or whatever, don't be an asshole and be like, oh, my shit's way better, and then jump up and steal the spotlight, because that shit is super, super annoying as well. I know a producer who was in a session, people were playing beats for an artist. He kind of just jumped up and started playing his shit like unannounced, and it was a huge vibe killer. And he's kind of got this reputation now for being a bit of a dickhead. Everyone's going to have their time to play their music or play their beats, so just wait your turn. Let everyone else, do their thing and just be respectful. If you're a producer, in the studio with other producers, or maybe you're playing beats for an artist, or maybe you're cooking up a beat for an artist, one thing that I've found is super annoying for everyone is when you're constantly stopping and starting the beat. Learn how to make a beat while it's just looping over and over so that the artist, whatever, can continue writing. The vibe doesn't die, because I've seen in a lot of sessions, someone will be cooking up a beat and then they'll dun, 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 and they'll keep stopping and starting the beat. And it's a huge vibe killer, and it will happen very fast because people just want to listen to the beat, enjoy the music, and that's how the vibe stays high. One thing that's super annoying is bringing a heap of people with you to the studio unannounced. So if you want to bring some homies, you want to bring some of your boys, ask whoever's running the session first, be like, hey, can I bring such and such over? Because some studios are really small and they just don't fit a lot of people. And obviously sometimes an artist doesn't want people in their studio sessions while they're trying to record, because it just puts them off and it ruins the vibe. So if you want to bring some people along with you, ask first, make sure it's all sweet. Don't just bring them along with you, because people are going to be like, what the fuck? I didn't know all these people were coming. If you want to bring food or drink into the studio, obviously just ask first. Usually it's fine. Like, it's not really an issue, but just ask, be like, yo, I've got some drinks and maybe like my lunch, whatever. Is it all sweet if I bring that in and eat it? And if you do bring that stuff in, obviously make sure you keep it away from the equipment. I've seen a couple of times, honestly, people have spilt fucking their beer or their drink, whatever, over people's laptops, and it's just fucking dirty. Like, it's real bad. People freak out One time someone completely lost everything during a recording session and it was just not a fucking good scene. It was really, really hectic. A lot of the equipment in the studio costs a lot of money, so all it takes is for you to just spill your fucking slushy or your beer or whatever over some of the equipment and it's just completely ruined. So if you got food or drink, ask first, make sure it's sweet, and just keep it away from all the equipment. Another huge red flag is coming into the studio when you're just fucked off your head, whether you're drunk or you're off your head on drugs. Don't be doing that shit. It's a workspace. People are here to get work done. You don't want to be drunk and carrying on like a fucking dickhead. And usually if you're on drugs like uppers or whatever the fuck, you're just going to be annoying. You're going to be yapping away and just ruining the vibe. You know, save all that shit for after the session. Come in, do your work, do what you need to do, and then afterwards you can drink and have fun and smoke or whatever. Leading off of that too, don't just light up a smoke in the studio and start smoking or something like that. A lot of studios, they don't want you smoking inside, whether it's the building rules or just the cleanliness of the room. Ask first, be like, yo, is it sweet if I smoke in here? They'll be like, yeah, all good. Or they'll tell you to go outside and have a smoke out there or something like that. Another thing, just in general, respect the studio, respect the gear in there. Don't go touching shit that you shouldn't be touching. You know, if there's guitars in there or something, don't just take one off the wall and start playing it. Like, you don't know whose guitar it is. Maybe it's not for playing and it's literally for show. It could be a super expensive item. Don't go touching stuff. You know, if the engineer goes out the room for a second, don't go touching the laptop and pressing this and pressing that or, you know, trying to play it back. Just leave everything how it is. Don't go touching stuff and just ask first. It's a huge thing. If you want to do something, don't let your impulsive thoughts take over. Just ask the engineer or whoever owns the studio first. Be like, hey, yo, can I touch this? Can I do that? Just ask first. Now, obviously, these are a lot of things that I'm saying don't do. The things to do are basically just the opposite of what I'm saying. So, you know, phone on silent. Just be respectful. Don't be weird. Ask first about food, you know, bringing people into the studio, all that sort of stuff. The number one do, though, for studio sessions is come prepared. So if you're an artist, make sure you come ready with your lyrics. Make sure you've done a bit of rehearsing so that when you do jump up and record, you're not sitting there redoing the same line over and over or, you know, writing something last minute. Obviously, if you're going to a session to just cook up from scratch, that's fine. You can write while the producer's making the beat or whatever. But if you're going there and you know that you're ready to record and you've sent beats or whatever, make sure you're ready to go, you're ready to rap, you're ready to sing, whatever, just so you're not wasting the engineer's time and obviously your own time. Same goes if you're an engineer or a producer, you know, come prepared. Make sure you've got your mixing preset ready to go. If the artist has sent you the beats that they want to rap on, make sure that they're downloaded, you know, the BPM, you know, the key, you're all ready to go. And if you're a producer and you're going to a session with an artist, maybe you can be playing them some beats. Before the session, go through your computer, go through your hard drive, find some beats that artist would like and save them, have them ready to go so that when you're in the studio, you can be like bang, bang, bang and play them back to back. You don't want to be, you know, scrambling for beats or anything while the artist is like, hey, you know, I need a vibe, I need it right now, and I'm ready to record. You don't want to be wasting time searching for stuff. All right, guys, those are my biggest tips for studio etiquette. You know, obviously don't be doing a lot of that stuff. It's kind of just common sense. Like, just be a normal human, use your brain. Don't be a dickhead. Just be chill, be polite, respect the space, and it's guaranteed that you're going to have a nice chill flow studio session with high vibes and everyone's going to be happy. So make sure you take this on board so that your next studio session goes nice and smooth and the vibes stay high. If you're an engineer watching this, check this video. It's the 6 biggest mistakes that I see engineers making in studio sessions or at home.